This morning on The Young and the Restless, Jill tells Tucker off, Devon and Lily talk things out, and Jeremy and Phyllis implement their plan. Summer and Kyle are out on the dance floor at the gala. She wants to know what he thinks has been the best part of the evening so far. Besides giving it to you, he asks. Kyle enjoys listening to her grandparents talk and going to the hip jazz club. The part when Victor remarked that individuals were moving back to Geno City to raise their families struck a chord with him. They both feel relieved to be back. In the vicinity of Michael and Lauren, Jack and Diane join them on the dance floor, to which Lauren sneers, "I never imagined I'd see the day." Michael reassures her that Jack is capable of handling himself as an adult. They make a lovely couple in my opinion. Lauren is afraid that Phyllis may lose her cool if she walks in on them now. Phyllis thinks Diane is going to pop the question to everyone tonight in Jeremy's suite. Stark insists they must acquire the ring. It's the finishing touch to the scene they're creating. As it's currently in Jack's pocket, Phyllis doubts that's conceivable. Putting on his disguise, Jeremy declares, "Leave that to me." Nikki stands on the sidelines, staring at Diane and Jack as they dance. She mocks how she is sinking her teeth even farther into Jack. Victor invites Nikki to dance by saying he's never been good at judging people. Elena stands fuming by the door, watching Nate and Victoria interact. Audra reflects that Victoria isn't squandering any time. Elena orders her to cease the behavior. She approaches Nate, who gives her a compliment and kisses her on the cheek. Victoria needs to take a break. What, Elena wants to know of her man, did she miss? At the revolving door, Billy and Chelsea reassure each other that they can leave if things get too much. "Oak," she says with a grin. Devon also warns Lily that they will likely never work together again. Lily proposes a meeting or a walk to discuss the matter. "Don't they owe Neil a portrait?" she asks, pointing to it. While Lauren and Jill are sitting and chatting, Michael brings over some drinks. Jill makes a comment about Lauren's recent achievement, and Lauren expresses her delight at seeing her sister tonight. Michael makes a joke about Jill requiring privacy for a tryst, and the two of them burst out laughing and clinking glasses. Lena Love, still disguised, makes her way down the stairs and directly into the dance floor, where she finds Diane and Jack. She says that news of Diane Jenkins's resurrection and reconciliation with her ex-husband, one of Geno City's most eligible bachelors, was just the kind of juicy story she was hoping to break tonight. She is told to leave by Jack. Lena urges Diane that they should be shown prominently on her website because it's her greatest chance to clear her identity. Jack doesn't believe you. Lena keeps trying to win Diane over, telling her that she is very fortunate to have Jack as a boyfriend. Sitting at a table, Kyle is fuming over Love teasing her mother when Summer's "oh no" from the nanny's phone interrupts her. Adam and Sharon, fresh from their walk, sit down to a meal at a table. His avoidance of Sally and Nick has Sharon concerned. Adam hates it when he makes a fool of himself in their presence. If you ask Sharon, he's holding it together just great. When Adam sees Victoria, he realizes he'll also have to deal with his sister for the rest of the evening. Ashley tells Tucker at a dining area that she's had a great time reconnecting with old friends. Tucker is asked about the status of the sale of his company by Victoria, who has taken a seat on the chair between them. She is starting to realize that his mocking is a source of pleasure for him. Tucker claims he hasn't made up his mind yet, but he does have a strong preference over who should close the sale. "Nothing has changed about my interest in selling to Devon." Victoria is confident that his son will reject him. What Ashley's perspective is, she wonders. Ashley maintains she does not have one. Victoria can't decide who is more dishonest. This is a wonderful compliment in Tucker's eyes. They walk up to the bar and inquire, "What was that all about?" With Victor and Victoria in tow, Billy sits at a table in the corner and watches as Chelsea and Daniel talk about the console. He tells them that Lily has left, and that the Newmans have opened a jazz club in Neil's honor. Billy is relieved that she is surrounded by caring people. Jeremy, disguised, comes on the stairwell. He descends the stairs, adjusts the length of his pants, and then enters. Summer gets the nanny on the phone and realizes that the nanny is talking about Zippy the fox being missing and not Harrison. She can hardly make out her voice, so they go outside. On his way out, Kyle accidentally runs into Stark and says sorry, not realizing it's the latter. Alina and Nate, at the bar, are hoping that the Neil Winters Jazz Lounge will serve as a mediator between Lily and Devon. Devon goes outside and tells Lily he is at a loss for words. Lily informs him that the situation is now different because Jill canceled the IPO. Devon inquires if she is aware that Victor persuaded her to do that action. Lily, who was previously unaware, inquires, "Did Jill tell you that?" Devon describes this as a best guess. Lily isn't shocked because she knows Victor loved him. She encourages him to come back so that they may co-manage the business. "It's up to us to manage our respective businesses as we see fit. If they get their families to work together, this may be the business they've always wanted." Jeremy is inside, following Jack and Diane as they dance. Michael and Lauren make a U-turn to talk to the other pair. Michael teasingly proposes a dance-off between Jack and Diane. Jeremy runs into Jack as he makes his way through the merrymaking mob. It's hard to believe, but Diane says, "Was that Jeremy?" Jack was thinking the same thing. As Christine enters the event, she is greeted by Lauren and Michael. "Well, you're on your own tonight," Lauren muses. In his new role as a retired police chief, what plans does Paul have? According to Christine, he traveled to Portugal to be closer to Heather and Lucy. Lauren is eager to view the photos. Michael inquires as to the status of the arbitration while they enjoy a light meal together. Cricket can only say that once the lawsuit is over, she plans to go back to her old work as a district attorney. "I'm ready for a break." Esther walks in and starts looking around before Lena Love notices her. "Without your feather duster, I almost didn't know you." Esther sneers that she'd assumed only the wealthy would be invited to the celebration. "Wow, you made the cut," Lena said. Esther tells her that she is an integral part of the Chancellor Winters team. Lena has heard that there has been conflict. Esther had been wondering where her superiors have gone. It's been a while since Lena last saw Devon and Lily. Perhaps there's a tale to be told. On the dance floor, Jack is intrigued by a man and wants to know whether he is Jeremy Stark. Diane intervenes and believes it's the perfect opportunity to pop the question. Jack will go talk to the security personnel since he doesn't want Stark to ruin their moment. Diane observes his departure with worry. When she turns around, she runs into Phyllis, who looks her straight in the eye and says, "There you are." Victoria sits across from her father on 2 seats and informs him that in her opinion, Tucker has lost his competitive edge. Victor is convinced that he is playing them. When Adam approaches, Victoria politely declines to continue the conversation with him. Adam wants to know if there has been a setback in the plan to acquire McCall, or if Victoria is putting up barriers. Victoria disagrees with Victor, who claims they're on the same side, saying, "I wouldn't go that far." Adam observes that their goals are dissimilar. Victoria assures Adam that he should not worry about this. Know of how things play out, he will never be CEO. Adam looks over to Victor, who says nothing. Nate is ignoring Alina, who is talking to him across the room, in favor of Victoria's conversation with Victor and Adam. He apologizes and says that a deal is in the works. "Whatever," scoffs Alina. "I'm going to go socialize now." Tucker assures Ashley at the bar that everything will fall into place as it should. "I want, and you want, the same things out of this. Surely the cosmos can't refuse us." Infuriated that Tucker has gone after her business and planted a mole, Jill walks up to him. Tucker says he's sorry. Jill is furious that all he is apologetic about is getting caught. They are both players, according to McCall. All he did was make Chancellor stronger, so Jill tells him to shut up. Devon goes outside to ask Lily how he's supposed to work with someone who deliberately tried to hurt his feelings. Lily regrets what she said because she was hurt and afraid, and her fury got the best of her. I exploded. She is also sorry that she decided to employ Amanda. When asked about how he felt about the merger, Devon says he should have been more forthright with her and with himself. Lily is confident that they will be able to overcome this obstacle because they have overcome many others in the past and emerged even stronger each time. This must not be the final straw. Inside, Diane continues to gripe about Phyllis's presence. Kyle, the redhead, informs Diane, is feeling ill and sweating. He is currently visiting Summer at the suite she reserved for use after the party. Let's go together. Sharon tells Christine, as the evening of the gala continues, that she and Maria are anxiously awaiting the return of Tessa and the newborn from Portland. Nikki joins them just as Sharon is showing off images of her newborn child. One of the best things about being a grandparent is getting to spoil a little one. When Jill comes over to hang out with Billy and Chelsea, Billy asks his mom how much trouble he's gotten into this week. Jill chuckles and says that she's heard good things about him. She's annoyed that Esther, of all people, was the one to tell her about it. Billy is making every effort. When he left Chancellor, Jill was harsh with him, and now she regrets it. Johnny comes up in conversation, and Jill compliments Billy on being such a wonderful parent. Billy is intrigued by their relationship but is unsure about its direction. Jill laughs to herself, relieved that she had vented her anger at Tucker. She compliments Chelsea on her appearance and wonders if the two of them will end up together. Billy claims that the two have become close friends. Chelsea mocks Billy by calling him a friend while Jill floats away. Diane has a go at Phyllis for lying about Kyle as they stand by the dance floor. The only member of the family Phyllis says she likes is her son. Just get over it. Kyle was just dancing, and Diane insists that she looks fine, so she won't be following her. Phyllis claims he was sick to his stomach when she departed. Diane wonders why he hasn't gotten medical help yet. Phyllis affirms, absolutely, and invites her to accompany her in order to assist Summer in persuading him to make a distress call. Diane is going to send Kyle a message herself. Is everything all right? Jeremy, who now has Kyle's phone, sees the message from Diane. Diane complains to Phyllis on the dance floor that Kyle is ignoring her texts. Phyllis assumes this is because he is completely disoriented. She tells Diane the room number is 517 and suggests she go there alone. Getting closer to the entrance, Victor encourages Victoria and Adam to consider what they could accomplish if they worked together. We have the potential to be global masters. Out of contempt, he storms away. Adam returns Victoria's look, and she, too, turns and leaves. Victoria scans the area, sees Nate sitting at the bar, and decides to join him. Is he caught up with Elena? She inquires. Nate verifies that the couple is once again where it should be. Audra confides in Elena that she noticed the tension between Elena and Nate. When asked about her plans to interview Victoria's ex-boyfriend JT for her podcast, Elena answers, I've been thinking about it. Perhaps it's not such a bad idea after all. I'm happy you think so, says Audra with a grin. Devon, while outside, becomes emotional with the playing of a Neil favorite record. The record he left behind is now Dominic's go-to. It seems like a sign to Lily. Devon despises this sensation and is angry that they have allowed it to progress to this point. Lily feels the same way. Can we put a stop to this and figure out how to get back? Devon has decided to end the legal action. They lock arms. Devon apologizes for his actions. I'm sorry too, Lily echoes. Daniel rushes up to his sister as Kyle and Summer come in from outside and asks when the last time was that she saw their mother. Their strange exchange is recounted by him to her. Summer claims she told her essentially the same thing. They both agree it was really out of the ordinary and very emotional. Daniel feels guilty that he has been so strict with her. Kyle assures them that her actions were completely irrational. Summer is just praying they didn't make everything any worse. As she sits there, Lena sees Diane head upstairs, followed by Phyllis.